It remained unclear whether Elizabeth Dutton Michelle Randolph perished in the wolf attack, but winter only got worse in 1923, Season 2, Episode 2. The cold brought with it many tragedies and fresh opportunities. In Season 2 of 1923, the Dutton family is approaching winter. Elizabeth was bitten by a wolf. Jacob Harrison Ford and his cowboys were stuck in a blizzard, and Kara Helen Mirren had already had to slay a mountain lion. Alexandra Julia Schlaepfer had a terrifying boat voyage. Spencer Dutton, Brandon Sklenar became embroiled with the mafia. And Tiana Rainwater, Amina Nieves and company had to rush to check whether they could stay on Charles Goodnight's property. After 1923 Season 2, Episode 2, a lot happened. But the most important question is whether Elizabeth perished in the terrifying wolf attack on the Dutton Lodge. Marshall Kent and Renault were ambushed, but they might face more difficulties. Making beer while looking for Tiana Rainwater. Father Renault, played by Sebastian Roche, and Marshall Kent, played by Jamie McShane, encountered a lot of difficulties in Oklahoma. While at their camp, Renault and Kent were assaulted by a gang of Comanche children. Although they repulsed the attack, tensions between them appear to be growing. Renault was obviously wary of his traveling companion after Kent had slain one of the Comanche children. Renault is still a devout man despite his bigotry and cruelty, and he might conclude that Kent is too terrible to travel with any longer. In 1923 Season 2, Renault might possibly have a type of redemption arc, turning against Kent in favor of assisting Tiana. Tiana would have a far higher chance of escaping with her life if Kent had to pursue her alone, at the very least. Alexandra's trip to the United States will be as dangerous as the rest of her tale. Toward the end of 1923 Season 2, Episode 2, Alexandra also received a little update. Alex experienced a great deal of turbulence on an angry sea after boarding a ship headed for America at the end of 1923 Season 2, Episode 1. It was a rocky beginning to her adventure, with water rushing in through the hull and bouncing her around the cabin. But once she's off the boat, Alex's journey to America is unlikely to get much easier, and she may have a lot more suffering ahead of her before she reaches Montana. What does Spencer need to do for Maceo, and how is he getting to Montana? Spencer was taken to see his brother in Galveston, Texas by his Italian buddy Luca Andy Dispenza, but more issues awaited him.